And now on to a story you're only going to see right here on Fox 46. We all know Empire tells the story of a hip-hop dynasty, and when it comes to hip-hop music, there's a lot of energy, a lot of feel that goes into making the instrumental tracks, but for some, it's really all about the words. And those words, to some people, are pure poetry. Tonight, David Centendry brings Charlotte's underground poetry scene to the surface.
I first heard about this poetry scene just over a month ago, knew we needed to shed some light on what these artists are doing. You know, normally a lot of people don't associate an audio board like this with poetry, but some say poetry and hip-hop music go hand in hand. Every Thursday evening you'll hear the music, but it's the words that are really meant to move you. Shouldn't smell like this, but oh, you smell like grits. Meet Boris, Bluz, Rogers, and Jaycee Cowan. These two are lighting up Charlotte's poetry scene. Every Thursday, they host poetry jams in NoDa at the venue UpStage.
I say UpStage, how y'all doing tonight?
Now that I know the difference between poison and medicine.
Words are a drug for these poets, phrased together to take listeners on a ride.
And I snap back into reality.
The reality of the poetry here is it's really good, and there are a couple of different types. You have your poetry that makes you laugh.
The great chopstick shortage of 1989 causes LL Cool J to constantly lick his lips.
And you have your poetry that strikes a chord.
Diversity is not a disease. Every ingredient in your background is a recipe for greatness.
A lot of the younger kids who were into hip-hop and kind of into poetry at the same time didn't have an outlet, or, you know, they saw us and were like, yo, is there a way we can tag along?
Some say poetry is hip-hop, others say hip-hop is poetry.
Like leashes, like chains, like whips, tell it you didn't see his hands up.
This is the mecca of poetry.
It's a bold statement, but he's not kidding. Some poets here have won national competitions. They say Charlotte's poetry scene is grassroots, and the grass keeps growing, where there's always room for one more.
Somebody can feel it, and somebody will understand, like, wow, that's me.
There's a lesson in battle, and she knew she was not in this war alone.
And as much as people love the feel of hip-hop music,
The sword in my hand to show all my bullies my power, even though I am powerless around you.
the words, the poetry is what brings it to life. Some of these poets are a part of Slam Charlotte, a group which is two-time champions for National Poetry Slam. I'm David Centendry, Fox 46, WJZY.
And if you'd like to check out this poetry live in person yourself, it's going on every single Thursday night at UpStage in NoDa, and it starts at 10 o'clock in the evening.